what a listening party entails and what it's like to be the center of it.
Well, what a listening party usually is they'll just, when they're debuting a new record, they will get all kinds of people from retail shops and radio stations and print media and visual media together and feed them, wet them down with the liquid of their choice, and
get them good and drunk.
Something like that, and play the record over and over till everybody's sick of it, and then they leave and usually find out their car's been towed or something. So they're real fun. Fortunately, I got a ride to mine, so I don't need to worry about that.
But you have to stay there during all this.
I have to stay.
And listen to it over and over.
Usually people are yelling at me about something or other. Don't you remember me from this? So it's okay. They're fine, you know. They're okay.
Now you have this new album, all under easy listening.
Yes.
What's the deal with that title?
No, it's just everybody thinks that it was like this intended irony. I just thought it was a good title.
You're not getting mellow on us, are you?
No, just listen to the record and see. I guess I don't think it's my idea of easy listening, I suppose. You know.
Well, maybe it's a little different than that last album, Beaster. That was a pretty nasty album.
Yeah, Beaster was a tough one. That was a lot to digest at once. Yeah, unlike Beaster, I think this record is, you know, back to the shorter, you know, more pop sensibility songwriting. Pretty abrasive sounding record, but I think people will like it. It's okay. But when you put the needle down on it or when you put the light on it, it'll, you know
who it is.
You know who it is, yeah. So that's good. That's important these days because everything does tend to sound the same sometimes to me.
Your drummer, Malcolm Travis, is kind of well known around here in Boston because he's in that legendary bands throughout the years, you know, Human Sexual Response that eventually mutated into the Zulus.
Yes.
How did you end up having him in the band?
Well, I'd produced the Zulus album for Slash back in 1988. We recorded the band down at Normandy Sound in Rhode Island, ironically enough, just as Maurice Starr was finishing up this thing that everybody was laughing at called New Kids on the Block.
Sure, I remember that.
So, yes, everybody's like, yeah, don't pay any attention to him, man. He's got this weird thing like this White Jackson 5 thing.
What a stupid idea.
What a stupid idea that was, yeah. So we were doing that humble little Zulus record in there. So I knew Malcolm from that. When the Zulus broke up, Malcolm and I had been in correspondence, you know, over the interim, and let me know that his services were available.
But the weird thing is the three of you and Sugar are living in different parts of the country. How does that work as a band?
Well, it works real good because we don't get in each other's faces all the time. I think, you know, when you're young and you're in a band and you all live in the same city and you're rehearsing every day and going out at night together and stuff, that's great when you're 18, but all of us are a little older than 18. All of us are over 30, and it just, you know, we've been through it before. We get together to make music. We don't get together to have a life, like some kind of lifestyle deal. That's the thing that we don't have that a lot of other bands have, and sort of jealous of that, is that they do get together and write songs out of improvisation. I think what it does with us is forces the songwriting to be so much more concise and stronger because we don't have all that experimentation time as a unit. So
sometimes I don't like that anyways because it ends up comes down to a good song anyways. It's a good song no matter how it's you know, fleshed out.
Yeah, that's what it should be.